Right, guys, episode 2, No Plan B. Today we've got a special guest, Jace from GK VIP. So, first thing we want to touch on is a massive thank you for the support of episode 1.
Huge thank you, guys.
The reels have been an absolute hit. The DMs we've got from people all over the world. Yesterday, I got a message from a girl who lives in Australia saying her and friends have been watching it. A big thank you. Loads and loads of different people. So, it's really spurred us on to get the right guests on and really get us to where we want to be. So, big thank you for that. We will be touching on numerous different things today. We are going to go with the flow like we always did. But as always, like we said, No Plan B will be raw, real, and all about mindsets.
No bullshit.
So, no bullshit. Don't expect a lot of Instagram influencers.
No.
You've got 3 guys who've built it from scratch.
Yeah, man.
And how we've done it. So, let's get into it. Welcome, Jace.
Whoa, can I start
How we
off?
doing?
What an intro. Do you know what I mean?
guy.
I'm like, and it's a bit thing for me because I'm your first guest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, it's no pressure at all.
It's no pressure, but don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Let's not fuck this up, yeah?
Start sweating in a minute.
No, I can feel it's water.
I agree.
It's an honour and a pleasure. 2 successful people in the industry. I'm keen to have a chat, and let's get into it.
Definitely. We said we would be very selective. Without sounding like dicks, we had a massive guest list. We're very thankful to be surrounded by some very clever people.
Yeah.
One thing we have done is the amount of people who've come out of the woodwork, and it's like, if you need a guest, let me know.
course.
And we are going to say no to some people. We really are, because like the podcast is about people who are up and coming and where we've been. And there's people who've reached out to me who I would class as too successful. They really are.
Yeah.
Someone like yourself, we've known each other for a couple of years now.
Just to plug that, he used to train me, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing coach.
Quick plug.
Amazing coach. Quick plug.
Appreciate that. But yeah, we've known each other. We've had a good laugh. We've always, stepped away from coaching because life got busy, but we've still been in chat. We've been in this conversation. And Harley will tell you I was absolutely buzzing when you accepted to come on.
Yeah.
So it's good to see.
I've had good things.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. So let's start with the early years. Obviously, growing up, who was Jace as a young lad? Where did it start?
I'm from Leeds, if you can't tell by the accent. I am, Leeds, and I apologise. I do mumble because of my deep voice and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna make it very. You know how you've got a telephone voice.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and
Put yourself
yeah,
in.
try to,
Telephone voice.
yeah.
Do you remember that telephone voice your mum always had when she answered the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, mum would be like, yeah, the phone would ring. Hello.
Yeah. Mid-telephone.
It's not like that.
It's like 1 minute. It's like. Bah, 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 bah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the Edwards residence. How can I help you?
They'll shout as well, won't they? They'll be like, hello, yeah. Put that fucking remote. Sorry, yeah.
It's like, who are you? Why do you keep changing? Like,
Not
what
speak like that.
I know, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was a colourful and fun upbringing where I'm from.
Yeah.
From Meanwood. A lot of crime, drugs, gang related instances, all sorts.
From an early age.
From an
surrounded by
early
that.
age, being around it, walking at school, and you see it happening around you. You know, it like put in the context. Our school bus, the bus service actually were going to refuse collecting everyone because of the amount of smashed windows, seats being ripped up from it's
After like 10 buses pay.
absolutely yeah. So it was but when you're in it. It becomes the norm. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
You're like, it's not a shock factor of, that's just happened. It's like, all right, that happened, yeah. It's
everyday life.
Yeah.
It's just the atmosphere around, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. And you accept it. And that's, I always say, like, a lot of us are like a product of our environment.
Yes.
But you can take the negative and turn it into a positive.
100%.
And that's what I've kind of done with my work, the line of work that I'm in. Do you know what I mean?
It's sort of like the complete opposite, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd constantly being stopped by the police. Like I'll be just walking to the fields just to play football with friends, and I'll be walking there, and then a police car or undercover police car pull up next to me, get out, interrogate me or search me and stuff like that. And look, I'm like about 12 or something like that, and I'm walking to go play football. You can see I've got the boots in my hand and I'm going, and then I'll all of a sudden be stopped and be like, "Where are you going? What are you doing? We're gonna search you." Blah blah blah, and it leaves an impression on you.
Yeah.
And once. They were searching me, and I was like, "What have you got on you?" And I was like, I pulled out a Pokemon card. I was like, I've got, I was like, I'm looking at him thinking, this is my shiny. Please don't take this off me. I am swapping this next week for like a shiny Bulbasaur or something like that. This is my golden ticket. Right? I want a good deck here. Like, please don't take my shiny. And it was,
I've still got some Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
I've got a grade 9 Charizard.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's
I've got
pretty
me and my brother collect them, and well, I'm going to sound like a proper geek here.
Oh, yeah,
I'm still tough,
proper,
guys. I'm
isn't
still
it?
tough. But I've got like Pokemon cards and comic books all in
Yeah,
their sleeves and
absolutely.
everything.
He's got a water bottle with Pokemon in it and everything.
Yeah.
Takes it to the gym.
He's got
That's his
He's
shaker.
got like the bed sheets there.
Gemma gets in bed. I want Bulbasaur too. Oh, brilliant. But so if you get surrounded that, so it's new to me that obviously I come from just a village background really.
Yeah.
So how old are you when you start to realise actually this is, yes, it's the norm, but it's not common? Because when you're young, I'm sure it's just, is this what it is? But then you get to a certain age.
Normal for you, and you're walking around seeing these things, and things are happening around you. You're like, oh, you just play it down. It's like, oh, this must happen everywhere. Everyone must be going through this. And then as you get older, it starts to sink in. Okay, there's kind of that's not supposed to happen. And people are supposed, And like, okay, but for me, it's like character building again. You take all those experiences, and then as you get older, you start processing it and going, all right, okay, this is not supposed to happen like that, and I need to be aware of these things when I get older in the future and stuff. Again, going back to what I do, I've brought a lot of that. A big part of what we do is situation awareness, and being around dangerous people and dangerous events that have been taking place. You kind of know the cues for like things starting to happen and go south and go really wrong. So it was a big part of close protection is your situation awareness, having that keen intellect to like a bit like Spidey sense. So it's signaling, it's going to go wrong. You know what I mean?
It's that for general population. I think the best way to describe it will be the gut, like your gut feeling.
That gut feeling.
But then when you get more professional within the industry, like obviously I've done my security work, but nowhere near close to what some of the situations you've been in. And you do have that feeling where like something's not right here, absolutely.
Yeah. But again, like touching on like where I'm from, you just take it all on. I remember like I got robbed in the street once, like going to work, going to school. Like I was late going to school, like you do. I'm like, I don't want to go. My mum was like, no, you're going. I'm like, I don't want to go. You're going. Yeah. She put on the angry voice, and then she said straight away, "You're going."
Yeah.
So then, like, okay. So, who are you? So I got my bag, started walking to school. Yeah, and this lad came towards me as I'm walking, me like that. So like looking down, I'm going to school. I'm late. I'm going, and then he's like, "Oh, where are you going?" I'm like, I'm going to school. Because you're at a young age, you're just like, oh, you know. For me, I was just such like naive. Like I would talk to anyone. I'm not like my mum kept us inside as much as she could, but you know. And then I was just like, right, I'm going to school. And then I bumped into him, and he was like, where are you going? I'm going off to school. Or have you got a phone on you that, like, and anything? Because I didn't need to use a phone. And I went, oh, me going, oh, yeah. And I snatched it out of my hand. And basically, and I looked at him. I was just in pure shock at this moment in time. I was like, and he was looked at me and went, fuck off, go on, go. And I'm like, yeah. And he squared up to me. And I'm still holding, at this point, I'm just in shock. And I'm there with my backpack going, okay.
It's my phone.
Yeah, and it's like, whoa, go on. And I'm like, all right, fucking hell. And I kept walking off, and I'm like, what just happened to me? Yeah. And I'm processing it in my head. I'm still there. I'm still puzzled. Because you see this sort of stuff happen to everyone else, but you never think it's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And he was an impressionable like character. He was big, and then, but again, it just didn't sink in till later on. And I went to school, carried on, but it was surreal experience because I carried on, went to school, did all my stuff. I wasn't even weird at school. I was got on with it, came back and said to Mum, I had my phone stolen this morning. Yeah. And she was just like...
There's two parts to it, isn't there? That's what I was going to say. Like, we've got kids and you'll be able to appreciate. I never want to see my daughters in a position where they can't come tell dad. Yeah. And like, I touched on it in the first episode, my parents are supportive as anything, and I don't think there's ever been a situation where I didn't want to tell them, but you're also in the back of your mind like, oh, Mum's going to be real mad now. Yeah. And then, as a parent, you just want to know you're safe.
No, Mum was just really understanding and goes, right, these things happen. Yeah. We'll get you a new one in the future. Just keep it on your person at all time. Don't be like, anyone asks you haven't got anything, you haven't got this and got that. And
Exactly.
Lesson learned as a young kid. But yeah, it's just different incidents happening all the time. You witness, I mean, I know I didn't say much about this before, but like we were in our local area near our school, there's like a little corner shop, like you do.
Yeah.
And we're all there and getting my lunch. Again, minding my own business. When I was younger, I was kind of introvert. Like, I didn't really like.
Yeah.
I just
Kept yourself
like
to
my own
yourself.
company. Yeah, kept
Yeah.
myself to myself and stuff like that. I've got a twin brother, but he was more of the popular one, and I was more of the little geek, shall we say?
Yeah.
I can't be arsed with all that. So
Yeah.
JD was just like doing his thing with his friends, and then I always remember going to the local shop, coming out, and there's a group of kids, and they're all shouting, and then this man's on the floor. So what's happened is it started off as a fight with two students, and then the teacher came, and then the teacher started getting beat up.
Wow.
And I'll always
Shit.
remember, exactly, this big ring of like people like shout, rah, rah. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? I'm like, their backpack again, just like muzzy. Yeah, like what's? Because all I can hear is, help me, children, help me! All this shouting, like, what? You know, when you're young, you're experiencing and seeing that sort of
Quite
stuff.
shocking,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's like, wow.
Because they're quite a big power when you're a kid, like a teacher.
Yeah.
They're
Intimidating, aren't
yeah,
they?
of course they are.
Yeah, our school quite open, so people could wander in, you know, like, and this is like how many years ago? Like, I'm 38, so like this was quite a while back, and then the gates were open, people used to wander in and wander out.
Yeah.
I remember walking from our upper building to our lower building, and there were these lads all hooded up, all ballied up, and then they had a row of students on the floor doing push-ups. Like, again, backpack on, looking, like, minding my business. I'm not part of this. I'm going down to that lunch hall. Like, this is just
forward.
fun. Yeah.
That's weird, though. That.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's so many like instances within the area. I remember going up to Scott Hall, playing football up there, and then walking down to my area, and then it's this big, nice car. I don't know what it was back in the day. Big, all blacked out, all just like, it just looked stunning. It was a really impressionable vehicle. Again, me minding my own business, walking on. It pulled up next to me. Window came down. Looked up. A big black guy in it going, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going home." Just been playing football. He's like, "Do you want to work?" And I'm like, "No, I've got a job, thank you."
Yeah.
And you got that feeling like, I know what's happening here.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can make some really good money. And then I was like, "No, I'm all right, thank you. I'm all right. And then he was just like, "Right, cool." He goes, respect. And then put the window up, and then drove off. Because me and my twin brother were like big lads, really tall, impressionable, like looking. I've got a resting bitch face.
Yeah.
Like literally, everyone's constantly saying, "You all right? You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
Goes from
fine."
that big smile to that,
Yeah. It's like we said earlier, like I were in like shopping ones, and then I were in a queue of people, and I was like on my phone, minding my own business as usual. And then I get to the tail, and the lady's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your wait," because you could tell on my face. I don't know, I'm doing it half the time. But then
you're his pace.
Yeah. And I was like, no, sorry. Like, no, I'm fine. I'm good, mate.
It's all right, love.
When people get to know you, the most chilled, polite guy.
Absolutely. Like, come and talk to me. I'm going to talk to you. But
One thing I've picked up on all that as well is, sounds like your mum was very much strong, supportive one. She kept things together.
She what was going on around her. And
she knew, and keeping us inside and not letting us out as much as, and then again, that was the norm. Like, everyone would be going on school trips, going here and there, and she's like, obviously we can't afford it because we're not from a wealthy family. We did all right. We're from a council estate, so my mum saved every penny and did what she could. She had a part-time job and that, and my grandparents used to look after me. My older sister used to look after me and my twin brother a lot. So it was just one of those things where every penny counts, the money.
Yeah, of course.
So you have the mindset again of, you get what you're given, and then whatever you've got, you make the most of. So you never want more and stuff. You're just happy with what you've got.
Yeah. Which I think is really important for anybody in life.
It is.
Touched on it a lot, didn't we, in the first podcast?
Yeah.
It's like, I do think, I'm not so sorry you have to, but I think it really does make a good entrepreneur and businessman if you've been in a situation where your parents have struggled. Like I touched on it in the first episode. My parents didn't come from loads of money. We didn't have loads of money, but they made every penny count.
Yeah,
and now we live in a throwaway generation, don't we?
Yeah.
We had like sofas and things for 10 years. Now we see people, because they're so easy to get on finance, 2 years, I'll get another one. I'll get another one. It's like...
It's Gemini, isn't it?
Well, don't get me in trouble here. Do you know what? She's all right, actually. I think we tend to do about every 5 years. The first one was my problem,
Oh, was it?
We went to... I think we went shopping. I think we'd just gone to B&M or something.
You just got too big and you sat on it, bro.
Yeah, that's it. And then, like, 4 hours later, we sat down at the house and I was like, just bought another sofa. She went, you was one who took us. I was like, yeah, that one's on me.
Yeah,
You encourage that behavior as well. You know that, don't
Yeah,
you?
100%.
You encourage that
100%.
After a year, Charlie wanted to do one. I was like, no, we're going to get another 3.
Funny enough, we're actually looking for a new sofa.
you are.
We're going through all this now. It's like, right,
And they want your input, but they don't
they
want
don't.
your
No,
input.
they know. They know.
I said, Gemma, I said, like, I wouldn't mind. And I said I wouldn't mind because I know it's not going to happen. I said I wouldn't mind a recliner chair here just for me. And she went, yeah, we'll have a look. And then all of a sudden, this big L-shaped sofa turned up with no chair. And I thought, well, I asked. I asked, didn't I? I didn't get it, but I asked.
Little granddad.
Do you know, Gemma, Christmas is coming round, so you might want to treat your man to a nice, comfy
a sofa, nice big recliner.
recliner.
Do you not get told off though at Christmas? Is this just me, right? Because I buy, if I want something, I'll just buy it.
Same.
And then I get, in like October, why have you bought that?
Oh.
Because I needed those trainers.
Yeah.
Christmas is soon. I'm like, it's 11 weeks away.
Leanne at JH was telling me off. She was
Right.
like, Charles not going to have anything to buy. I'm like, well, that's not my fault.
Sounds like her problem.
Yeah, like, if I need something, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't want anything buying at Christmas.
No, I know. And yeah, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
But I bought a ice bath
Oh, yeah.
All right.
and I sent it back. Because the missus was like, you're never going to use it. So it was like, what do you mean? And she went, well, you're not going to use it this month because you're busy and you're working away all the time. And it's like, she went, right. She made a good point to a point where I've heard enough. I'm sending it back.
Yeah.
So she can convince me out buying stuff.
Right.
And it's a technique that she has down to her. She knows what to say.
Yeah, Charlie needs to learn that.
Yeah.
Gemma, it's good, really good for me. But as obviously, touch on that. So the missus, she's always been supportive of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say yes.
Yeah.
I'm away a lot.
That's supportive.
It can be hard, can't it? Yeah.
It is, as you guys know, because you guys work away a lot. It is a strain on your relationship.
It is,
a big strain.
Yeah.
You're like passing ships in the night.
Yeah, you are. It is, and it's. I always say this. It takes a really strong woman to be with somebody like ourselves because I was speaking to Charlie in the gym the other day.
Yeah.
And I just asked her how she gets on with it all. She said at first she found it hard because in her mind it was, and she'll touch on this on the podcast when she comes on, but you was getting to do all these things and travelling and doing all this, and in her head she's like, oh, you do it, and when really it's like, no, I'm sitting in a van for 8 hours to go vinyl wrap something, to sit in a van to go 4 hours to do this, and it's like when I'm travelling for work and I'm sat in a hotel and it's, yes, I'm in a nice hotel, but the other day when I was putting this podcast together and I was sat there and I'm sending you messages, I'm like ringing you and I'm just sat in the lobby for 4 hours on my
Just a
laptop.
place you're in doing the same
I
thing.
eat some food, I go to bed and I'm on to the next site.
Yeah.
It's not luxury by any means.
Here's one for you. You know when you're working away, do you get have a nice holiday?
Oh, no. She said that. But that's usually when the kids are home, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get, why do I always go out for meals? And I'm like, well, because I'm working away. I'm like, I can't use the hotel kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what, I'll be honest, like I've told you, I'm quite bougie. I will pick the nice hotels.
Oh, yeah.
I always pick the nice ones. So, like, she's got me on that one. But it's only, I could stay in any room, really, but I'm just like, I've worked enough to get a nice room.
Absolutely.
It's me that's like, I'd stay in my van.
Yeah.
I do not give a shit.
Yeah.
But my business partner is female and she likes a good, nice bed to sleep in. So that is fair enough. So I do always get good
if you
ones.
insist, then we'll get somewhere nice.
And she's like, what about this? Yeah, Hilton's fine.
Yeah, literally all the time it's like a Hilton or something like that.
This hotel's nice. I'll send you a link. Yeah, have a look at this.
You see, I'm always, I've slept in my car before. I went away and it was when, I don't know if it was when the World Cup was and the Euro was. Anyway, England was playing.
Yeah.
I'd met my manager at the time, and we sat in this lobby and was watching the game and had some food in his hotel. I said, right, I'll go on to mine. And I didn't realise that my hotel was like on a holiday park.
Right.
And I don't know why, but they just decided to shut it at like 10 o'clock. So I got there at 10:30. It's all dark. And I rang it, said, out of hours, ring this number. So I rang this number. I was like, hey, mate, yeah, my name's so-and-so, I've got a reservation. And he's like, oh, well, I didn't realise you was coming this late. I was like, well, it says it's 24 hours. He went, yeah, well, I'm 3 hours away, so there's not much I can do. And put the phone down on me. So I was like, well, what? I'll just sleep in my car. There's a Tesco, McDonald's nearby.
Yeah.
Just sleep in my car. And I passed the hotel and I was like, I'll just pop in. He's like, yeah, I've got a room. I was quite happy just sleeping in my car, get a couple of hours and don't bother me.
Well done,
Job done.
But I've just got to be done. But so obviously the missus is always supportive.
Yeah.
But
it is hard.
yeah, has it come close before or anything like?
No, fortunately no, because you've got to find that balance. That sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't, as we all do. And you've got to do stuff to make up for it and stuff like that, and try to be around more. So it's just again, your limitations, and I think with what everyone does, it's all when you've got partners is manage their expectations of seeing you.
Yes.
Because if you're saying I'll see you tonight, and then you don't come in till God knows what time.
Of course.
That used to be my issue. Yeah, I'll be so however long, and I never was. I was always longer.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just not going to put time on it anymore.
I'm
just not going to put.
Like I could say, just thinking while you guys was talking, obviously, I'm out tonight for some food with Jem, our friends, and she's going there at 3. I was like, I'm sorry, I've got 2 marketing meetings. I was like, I'll get there as soon as I can. She's real understanding because she knows I will get there.
Yeah.
I know we've moved the podcast a little bit early because you're out this afternoon. Yeah. You always try and get a meal with Charlie at some point, don't you? So it might only be 1 or 2 meals here, but it's making sure you get those 1 or 2 meals.
Like, even like walking the dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just out like a couple hours, just out, me and her talking. It's just nice.
Yeah. Well, I said to Jem last night, I've not seen her all day. And she got in about 8:30 with the girls, got the girls to bed. She gave me a kiss and I was like, right, see you at 6 o'clock tomorrow. She went, 5:30. I went, I'll do my best. Because obviously I've been up, we've been to the gym this morning, so we've not seen each other. But it's nice, isn't it? Because I know, like, at the gym today, obviously we've got a busy day, we've got this recording, then we've got 2 meetings for some other stuff we're working on.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, do you know what? I'm really ready to just get to see her tonight with the girls and just chill out in that atmosphere. And it's because I've worked so much.
I think you appreciate it so much more.
Yeah. Instead of when you're in each other's pockets.
Yeah. And also, I've recently found out they like to hear nice things.
Yeah.
Like, they'll actually like to hear this, these sort of conversations.
Yeah. Definitely.
It'll be a different story if you put all 3 on here and let them all talk about us.
Yeah, without us in the room.
Yeah.
That's not getting released.
That's not bad.
No, that's a bad idea.
No, it's not. That's obviously we're bringing Jem and Charlie on, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Can
should
you
do
imagine
like
if
half
we
an
do?
hour on the road.
Yeah, like 4 of the partners. It's a good chat.
That's...
I know you're Miss Sue's coach, so I'll drop her a message. How are you doing? Anyway, do you want to come slag him off for half an hour?
Literally.
Yeah, don't worry, our partner's there as well.
Yeah, content, lads.
All of a sudden, the studio's billing us for 7 hours. Yeah. What the hell's going on here?
Let's talk about a lot.
Where do we start? Where do we start?
They bring out the usual excuses.
Yeah.
Well, back in 2007, March. Oh, here we go.
Oh, she loved the part when you were talking about cleaning duties.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers,
lads. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What cleaning duties do you pick up? Let's dig into it. Let's get you in more trouble.
If any, I once cleaned.
Once cleaned.
No, I just tried to make me, but I did something bad once. I did. I cleaned the staircase in the old house. So I did all the skirting boards, did everything, and I was like, all right, well, it's smelling nice. So I squirted Febreze all over the steps. It's terrace house, so you go all the way downstairs, and another floor, sprayed the house. Right, great. Got to the top, fantastic. Steps on it, because I put Febreze all over it, made it a slippy surface. That whole experience lasted 3 days of me spraying it all down, proper like making it stay in the carpet so it goes good scent. Made it slippy for 3 days. All you could hear is Noosh going down steps going, never again. Sorry.
That's the male equivalent, right? Do you know when you used to work and you used to get told to go make a cup of tea?
Yeah.
So you'd make a really shit one. I know what you've done there. I've done a
I
really
don't know
poor
what
job
you're
so
about.
she never asks you again.
That was a genuine mistake. I'm not good at cleaning.
I promise.
I'm not good at cleaning.
Put the whitewash in for me. I'll put that pink sock in as well. She'll never ask me to do this again. We know your game, mate. You've been found out.
I do kick myself because, like, before I got into security, I did do loads of jobs, and being a cleaner was one of them.
Right.
I used to clean office blocks.
Yep.
And I did a really good job because it's to a point where my supervisor said, stop doing that. Please slow down because you're making us look bad and go do something else. So I would blitz it, clean it all, and then go to like other people, like the ladies or whatever. Like, do you want me to carry your bags for you? Do you want to leave bags off for you? Rubbish. And it's like, bam, bam, bam. So he said, calm it down. So then now I just sat there on my phone in the kitchen just going, and I used to walk past and he used to go, slow it down for you.
Get the spray out.
They're the luxuries you miss when you work for someone else. You know those moments when you can just toss it off. But when you're working for yourself, you don't get any moments. I sit down and I've got this whiteboard in my office at home and I've wrote down everything. And I looked at it the other day and I was like, I'm in a good spot actually. I can turn my laptop off. Got downstairs and I could reread the whiteboard in my head. I was like, no, I could actually do that. Straight back upstairs till 10 at night.
I'll put my laptop down. I'm like, no, actually, I need to do this. I'm like, why don't I do it?
We'll keep going. Ding, ding.
Yeah, I don't stop.
The list literally never ends because something else will get added to it.
And we've said it before, it's a nice place to be in, it really is.
It is. Yeah.
So that's rolled us into security then. So how did we get into it, breaking that? Ooh. It's a hard thing to get into.
Yeah, I was asking about it the other way now.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't understand because you see people have close protection, but you don't realise. Well, me personally, never really thought it's a job. How does that come about?
It's a weird one because I started off in the industry as a security guard,
Right.
just with your first blue license. And like, right, the security license doesn't cover you for much.
Is that like entry level?
Let's touch on that as well.
yeah.
So everyone can understand that. It's very much the what you need to get into the door. It's like saying you get your driving license, now you want to be an F1 driver.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's a mandatory.
Yeah.
You've now got to climb that ladder, and you've really got to get that industry experience behind you.
So it's like a tier system. So you got your security license, and then you'll have your door license, and then you'll have your close protection license. So you can go in to do normal security work, but not at venues, anywhere that sells alcohol, with your security license.
What's that, like shops and stuff?
Yeah, things like that, like low level stuff.
Right.
And then where you don't really want too much conflict and things, and then you go for your door license, like yourself. We've both done that.
Right.
And then that covers you for like all sorts.
Yeah.
And then your next tier is your close protection, where you can actually look after people on a one-on-one basis, like out and about, where like insurances will cover you and stuff like that. So
you must have to be like shit hot what you do though to get to that point.
To make it in the industry, you do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To make it, but I'd always say if anyone's going to do it and you're a civvy and you don't have the military or the police background or anything like that, I'd say work in the security industry from the bottom. Like I'm talking the bottom. I did some rubbish stuff.
And is that how, so have you not got a military background?
No, it's all professional, all security based. I've worked in venues, I've done festivals, I've done you name it, I've done it. I've done across the board. I've worked on a cycle race for 16 hours, like in the rain, in the pouring rain. Like the conditions have been dire, honestly. So when people say
in a suit.
No, just like in a steward, orange jacket there, with a whistle, right, cross over the road. You know, I've done it all. I've done the stewarding, everything, response team, like obviously I did doors, but like I did boxing events where we'd run a response team of 5 lads with me.
Right.
We'd have radios, and control would say, "We've got an incident here. Can you go to it?" And you can, you lead a team of people to like deal with incidents around the stadiums. All sorts. I've done it all.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
But you need all that experience to then translate into the CP world.
Yeah, you've got to learn the lessons along the way.
Absolutely.
It's what we always say about. I have quite a lot of people reach out to me about like how to make it in the online coaching game and the personal training game and stuff. And I would say it's very similar. Like, specialize in something and make sure you've done the shit jobs.
Absolutely.
Like these people come in and say, I'm a personal trainer, I want to do this. I'm like, what? Don't do it for money. Do it because you've got the passion about it. And what do you have to get you to this point? What life experiences people relate to?
Absolutely.
Because you want people who will, security is an absolutely perfect example of that. You can't come and go, right, I'm going to do this, and then in 2 years be doing close protection, expect good contracts.
Yeah.
You haven't done the intimidating stuff. You really haven't.
No. Like, I remember working doors. I kept putting it off getting my door license. Like, no. My dad was a doorman back in the day, and all my uncles, and they were quite known around Leeds for going into venues, turning them around so that the owner would go, like, I need a big, and they're a big set of lads. My family and my dad's friends were a big set of lads. And all rugby players and stuff. So they're like, yeah, we'll go in this venue. Before the door license even came into play, when you had the proper doorman. When I say proper doorman, I mean doorman with no restrictions.
There was that level.
Ones.
There was that level, wasn't there? Like, I started doing the doors in 2009. 2009 till about 2018, 2019. And I worked with some old school doormen who people had respect for.
That's it.
And now it's just people who are on minimum wage, got the job because they want a status about them, or think they can fight. And we'll touch on it a little bit with your close protection, but that is the one thing you need to avoid. That's what you don't want to be doing. I want to be going home to bed to cuddle my missus, absolutely fine. I don't want to be scrapping with somebody I don't know and care for.
Because this day and age, it's all different now. That's exactly what you're on about. And with the door situation now, the door pot, I feel sorry for doormen now because the rates are good sometimes depending on what venue we're on, but people see us as a target now.
Yes.
And what people forget, that's they're a person as well. Like, and when you're drunk, I've seen it plenty of times, they'll come behind you and they'll smack you in the back of the head.
Go straight for the doorman.
Always go for the doorman. They're always a target. But yeah, touching back on like with where I started, it was like security license, like great. And I was like, right, I'm gonna do something else. My dad kept saying, go do something else. All right, okay, I'll do it. So I did it. Got my door license, and I started working in York, and I used to work race days.
Oh yeah.
race days in York.
Wow.
Yeah, got a license, got it on my little shiny little card holder. Like, well, here we go.
The yellow band thing.
Yeah,
yellow stand out. She was like, I want everyone to know. I want everyone.
Like, yeah. And then at night, it's like, get this off.
Yeah.
Like, no one needs to know this.
And then you get older and more wise, you get the black band, so nobody knows.
Yeah. It's like you're ranking it.
Yeah.
So, and I did it. I jumped in the deep end, and wow, like race days in York is wild. And then I worked in like different venues, like your cocktail bars, and then your like your pop world sort of places, like your fun places. Instance galore. There was one venue where I was on the door with my friend Mikey. We had this woman running out going, "Oh, I need your assistance inside." I said, "Why? I've just been weed on." I'm like, "You what?" Yeah, I find that I have to listen to people because I'm at a point now. Nothing shocks me. So in my life, you can say anything to me, I'm like, yeah, okay, I accept that. That actually did happen. So she's coming to me going, "Oh, is it? Come inside quickly. I'll show you." The guy stood in the corner with his cock out, just like weed in the corner. And then they're like, wow, okay. As soon as my fella went straight over, she dived over, she grabbed him, he turned around and was like, and I was like, whoa, and he got her. I was like, right, get him up, bless him. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, just come on. And then I got him out. And yeah, honestly, that is one of the wildest thing I've done. I worked at a really nice place, no fancy dress, no nothing, right, okay. A group of lads and a girl came walking by, come in, and then I just looked down. She's got a strap on.
Wow.
Yeah, she's wearing a big strap on.
I mean, what's big? Like, big.
Lads, big. I got intimidated. I was like, whoa, that touched me. Literally stood there with this. I looked down. What's your natural instinct? What would you do?
Run.
Like, what the fuck?
You probably just, I don't know. What do you do in that sort of situation?
Hand down, grab it, looked at her. You can't come in with that. I was like, you can't come in with that. And in my head, I'm thinking, get your hand off, mate. What the hell are you doing? Stop. Like, off. Look, you can't come in with that. Talk to her. We had a laugh about it. She's like, yeah. Right, took it off. And I got it. I remember my area manager was from Hull as well. And I got it, and I waved at him, going, "The things I do for you, like, never again. You appreciate this." And then I put it away.
He's still at home and he's drunk.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
They never come round. There's certain places don't come to my house. Yeah, don't go to that drawer.
I think the best one I've ever had when I was working the doors is I kicked a lad out. Yeah. You could tell he was just a genuine guy during day to day. And when everyone has a drink, they change.
Yeah.
And we just walked him out, and he was all right. And he just turned, and I thought, well, what's he going to do here? And he just went, locked eyes with me, and he went, I'll bend your cat. I don't even have a cat. And I went, all right. And he just walked off, and I was like, where's that threat come from?
People turn into some creatures when they drink. Like, I'm one of, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy drunk, but people turn into some creatures.
Yeah, the way they change. And the hardest fight you will ever split up in security is women.
Yes.
Because they get their hands in the hair, they're scratching each other.
Scratch myself.
I got two girls. They was in the toilets, and I was like, right, I was working the door by myself, and I was like, right, I'm just going to have to grab them both and get them outside. I grabbed them both, walked them out, put them outside, trying to get them, and there's just this hair everywhere. You finally split them up, and then nails are coming round and they're catching you. They just go for it.
Death grips. They've gripped and they're not letting go.
And then
they're taking chunks.
And then as soon as it's done, they start bawling. And I'm like, no, you brought this on yourself. Like, I'm the one who scratches all over my face.
Yeah.
The ruthless, mate, honestly.
I
grabbed one, my friends grabbed another, and literally they were holding onto each other's hair like that. It was madness. And you're like, it's like a tug of war. You're like, let go, let go. It was insane.
The other thing that's going to get me in trouble here, which I'll take the thingy for, is... The women's toilets are disgusting compared to the men's on the end of the night, aren't they?
No comment.
They're just gross, honestly. They're stinking. I'm like,
honestly, they're bad.
Mate, the amount of times you'll go in, the knickers on the floor, I'm like, what?
Well, yeah, no, it's wild.
Why have you left them? Like, honestly, they're disgusting.
To be fair, yeah. You think the men's would be awful.
Yeah, because men's are disgusting. But
that's just, honestly, it's horrible. The knickers and everything on the floor, I'm just like... I'm not cleaner.
I remember going into like back in when we did it, we had a 6-man team, and then it was like the radio would go off, and then because when you work on the door with a really good team, and everyone's got your back, it's like go time. When that radio call comes, everyone's got your back. Yeah. That's where like you make your bonds with everyone, and you're really tight because there's nothing like working with doormen that will have your back.
That's why I got med kicked in, wasn't it? I talked about it in the first episode.
Yeah.
I did a random guy with me.
You ever
proper
worked-
got beat up.
Yeah,
Works with anyone that's not
because
like that.
when the people get the license, they don't really, they don't know how to take it when those incidents actually, unless you're from an upbringing where you like again, like
seen
touching
it.
back when it's the norm. So when things are happening, you're like, all right, you're going. But some people are like, oh, what's happening? What's it? And there's the fight or flight thing kicks in.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
oh, you're thinking like, what would you do? In your instance, you're like, you're going straight in, and he's like, what to do? What to do? It's like just.
But it's understanding going to straight in, but what to do when you're going straight in. You've got a couple of seconds to get that fight split up. And I've caught a couple of punches here and there, been rocked a few times. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the hardest person in the world because I have been rocked quite a lot. But you just kind of, you've got to go understand, right, I need to go in, I need to diffuse the situation somehow. And you work with some doormen who are like, they think they're now part of that situation. It's like, no, you need to break that situation. Some of them can't understand it.
Some people forget the training, believe it or not. Like that training is going to save your life. Like the training where you have the aggressor and then you swap from someone who's so you're dealing with someone, the aggressor's going for you're clearly pissing him off. The technique is that you swap out with someone else. A fresh face, someone else with a different angle comes in, and then he'll start going exchanging and calming the situation down, and you remove yourself. But also that Batman will then get into a position of comfort for this guy in case anything would kick off, just fly off round back or something like that, and put him in a position where if it did go, if he lunged for him or anything, you would.
And you think how ego-driven some people are, and then get a couple of beers down them. They are winning that argument with you no matter what. So it's like, I'll just get out of this and someone else can take my point.
What you always got to remember, like these people when they go out drinking, like you don't know what they're going through. Like he might have had a death in the family or something's happened. You know, he's dealing with something, and we've all done it. We'll go out to have a drink to forget, and just like, and he's just in a bad place. So when you're dealing with people, don't ever take it very personal.
I do that in everyday life.
Don't take it personal.
Do you know if someone cuts me up? I'm not saying I'm a saint. Sometimes someone will cut me up and it pisses me off, and I'll react. But 9 times out of 10, if somebody's rude to me, I always give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think maybe they just had some bad news. Maybe today's not their day, so let's give them that little bit of wiggle room.
And also they can just be a dick as well.
I mean, there's plenty of them. But I'm not wasting any of my energy on that situation.
And that's the thing as well. Don't waste your energy on these people, like, because then you start falling into their trap, and then you're angry for the next person, and the next person. It's like, just don't do it. But touch back on the women's toilet. It's wild. We went in for a drug thing once, and seeing a girl on the floor, pale, lifeless, just foaming out the mouth is just like, you see some sights. Honestly, you can get an ambulance in there quick as possible, like getting it. And when you're waiting for the ambulance to come, when you're in those sort of those sort of like situations, incidents happening, it takes forever for people to respond. It's like, come on, please, come on.
It'll only be 20 minutes.
There's so many sides to it. This job,
and it's understanding that. Like, I worked security with. You mentioned about that team. I met some really good guys on a nightclub in Hull where I worked, and we went and did young farmers events. So they literally just, I don't know if you know about them, they put them in a farm and they just have like a disco in the barn, and they're all like authorised and licensed and stuff. They're always a nice, easy night. This one where we worked, there was 3 of us. I still keep in touch with these guys as well. All of a sudden some guy was like, quick, come here. And I was like, what? We ran round the corner, and do you know those silos that farms have? Like the feeding or whatever. Some kid had climbed to the top of that, slipped and fell, and he just smashed his face. I'm not kidding you. It was one of those moments where fight or flight kicks in. I was like, right, I need to go straight in and sort him out. And we did. And he was just blood everywhere. His face, he'd smashed all his jaw, his teeth had come out. And I was like, right, ring the ambulance. And I was dealing with it all, and the ambulance came, and like, I remember the next day someone sent me a picture and like, he's all right, and he was in hospital. And he's like this, like happy. He's had all his surgery. And he's like real happy that he's done it. And I'm just there, and I'm like, something just went woof. And like, I remember just feeling proper sick. And I was like, I remember seeing him on the floor, blood everywhere, face smashed up. And this was a 14-year-old, 15-year-old lad. And I was like,
do you find like when you deal with stuff like that, stays with you for life, you know?
Yeah,
when
it's
you
good.
Close your eyes.
Trauma,
when you close your eyes, sometimes like or a smell will trigger something, and you'll think, oh, I
can just remember that picture of him, because it was like middle of winter. The floor was like, obviously, you know, farmers' floors are like, it's not clean by any means, but this was a clean patch, and the blood was just everywhere, and it just seeped. And I just remember seeing it, and I was just like, but my problem is, it's like I can't watch a film now where it's got kids getting hurt in it or anything like that. It breaks me.
Not for me.
And I was only maybe 24 at the time. I remember seeing this young lad who's done this, and I just thought, that could have been the end of him. His life could have been done. And I was like, wow. And like, it doesn't really bother me as such now, but it's definitely one of those where you're like, oh, that was definitely a chapter in my life.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I don't know. I don't want to say bury it. You maybe put it to the back because it's of no relevance to
everyone
me.
does it differently,
You
obviously. Yeah.
kind of do in some sense, don't you?
Yeah.
You do try and...
You don't bury it. You maybe put it to the back, and it's always still there.
And then
Yeah.
after a while, you do stop because something else will replace it later on. You'll have another incident, and you're like, okay,
Yeah, that one was bad this time.
Yeah. You take it away like
Hats
that.
off to you
You
for
gotta
still
laugh,
being in
haven't
it. I did it, as I said, maybe 10 years, and like that was enough.
Yeah.
It was enough for me.
How long have you been in it now?
I did it for about 2 and a bit years in the door, just doing...
Security. How long you done?
Security-wise, I've been doing it for like 12 years.
Yeah. Well,
No, sorry, 13 years. I've been with my security company that I originally started with for 12 years. So I did like a year of just working for odd people, and doing the odd stuff. So yeah.
yeah, man.
So COVID, obviously, COVID kicked in, slowed work
kicked
down
in.
massively, forced a career shift.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
Shit time, absolute shit time in the world.
We all got into
When you
fitness.
think back, though, innit? Like,
Yeah.
that was probably
Everyone got into fitness though, didn't they? Everyone
Yeah.
it was good. What was it like for you two, like with COVID and that?
Nothing.
in uni when COVID was happening.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. You're the baby of the group.
I know,
That- someone touched on last episode.
He's been reminding me in the gym. What did we say yesterday about something?
Show me some like ancient fucking video. Thing.
Oh, ancient.
bless him.
I know it's,
My line's on DVD and not
VCRs. Arlo's got a dance show soon.
VHS.
Yeah, that's it.
Arlo's got a dance show. My brother's she's in the Borrowers.
Yeah.
And there's this big button that she's got to hold anyway. And my brother got her the Borrowers DVD. And I was like, oh, Borrowers, do you remember that? And
Yeah.
he went, and he's like real cocky. He went, I'm too young. I went, fuck off, mate. You're that small. He was in it. I was like, don't come at me.
I'm down here, it's good.
So he's never seen it.
Oh, what?
This is what we're dealing with, Jess. You know what I mean?
You know, like the classics, all the classic
Yeah,
movies.
it didn't change my life. I was offshore then.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. Obviously, if we was on the boat, we had the masks on or isolated or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nothing changed for me. My life stayed the same.
Yeah, I was carer in uni.
Yeah.
I was working front line. I never caught it. I was
Yeah.
working front line and that, but
Yeah.
seen a lot of shit during it. But not,
Yeah.
that was about it.
Again, yeah, that was a traumatic time for everyone. It affected everyone in different ways.
Yeah.
For us, how we responded to it as a company, a security company, we started supplying staff to all the testing facilities.
Oh yeah, of
So
course.
I got based down in Hull.
Ah, nice.
So Hull.
It's pronounced with a capital
What, the-
U.
Oh, bridge.
Sorry. I
With
love
that age,
Hull.
man.
I've got a lot of friends in
In
Hull.
fact, let's just tap onto that.
Yeah.
What's that place near the Humber Bridge? Say it properly. Like normal
I used to work in Hessel.
He come to the gym to see me this week, and he was like, "So yeah, I was on about Hessel," and then corrects himself. I went, "No, I mean Hessel."
Hessel.
I was like, "It's not Hessel, mate."
Sorry, Ezel. Yeah. My Yorkshire accent, like, put a little twang on. Ezel. But yeah, it was a running joke, like, with everyone working there, because everyone's from Hull and stuff, and we used to go down, and I used to do 4 on 4 off down there, and I used to manage the big regional testing site. So it was based on the Humber Bridge.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That
That was huge, that side.
Yeah, so I were there. So I were looking after the security and the stewarding. So the guys in orange jackets used to direct you to which lane to go in and stuff like that. And then I had the security patrolling everywhere and myself.
Was that a bit different? Because it was alien to everyone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
COVID. So was that like hard to manage in terms of security?
Yeah.
Because it was social distancing and.
This is it. Like our canteen, you would only allow don't hold me to it, but probably like 10 people in, but all at separate desks, all spread out and stuff like that, all windows ventilated, and then one come out, one goes in, sort of process. So when you're talking to people, when I used to do the debriefs at the end, I used to do like a really fun debrief. I used to have everyone in a circle, but all spaced out and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you for your time today and stuff, and do quick firing questions like I'll go blue, and then someone will go pink. Right, you can give them a better job and think. No, just like you've got to keep them motivated. But because everyone were taking it, like, obviously with things happening at home and they're coming to work and doing that sort of job, you got to keep it fun and
they're literally testing people. Isn't it?
Yeah. So the things they were saying was a bit like, wow, I bet, and I took a lot of it home thinking, I can't believe that happened today or whatever. You know. But yeah,
I think that runs right through security, though, doesn't it? Keeping your team motivated.
Yeah.
I was also worked just as doorman for 3 or 4 years. Excuse me, with my original company, and then I started doing a couple of events at Ice Arena for the MMA fights.
Ice Arena.
Yeah, it was. I don't want to say his name because it was like a celebrity anyway, and he was a bit of a dick. Like he
Right, don't say
refused
the
to pay and stuff like that. I'll tell you after this, he was a
Right.
proper dick.
You know that thing where you never meet your idols? Sort of
Yeah,
thing,
well,
like, yeah.
This, I mean, I've never really knew of him,
Yeah.
and then met him, and then he's like, yeah, he fits his persona like everyone says, actually. But you've got to keep that team motivated, and you've got to remember that this team, I think we had 13-man team,
Yeah.
and it's getting to say like swapping those people around. You can be on the front door, you can be here. And some people just think it's a case of, right, you stand there and you'll be finished in 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's keeping those people motivated, and
Yeah.
it's a tough one, really.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot, especially on like when I do teams. I'm like, right, what's your experience? What do you want to do? I'll never put you in a position that you don't want to work because you're not going to give me the best, and you're just going to be miserable and blah blah blah. So let's have it. Right, what do you do? Yeah, do you want to do that? You can do searching. Do you want to man that? Yeah, because some guys just don't want to do anything. They're happy to stand on the door. So you pick them out. Like, are you happy doing that? And like, yep, yeah. And you put them all into the right places where they want to be, and then you go around, talk to them on each position, and just have a little chat, banter with them, and do the exchange, and then go to the next person. You got to keep them going, and then you get the best response out of people, best customer service, best everything. There's nothing worse than going, you go there, you go there, you go there. Right, see you later till the end of the event. You don't do it.
We used to work in, I was saying old boy, I don't even know how old we've been then, but probably about 55. And he worked in the smoking area. And when I say this, people in Hull will know exactly what it is, but he worked in the smoking area, one of the clubs.
Yeah.
And he was there. He wasn't there as security. We employed him with the security company, but he was there as like, he's very much the guy who everyone spoke to and everyone knew. And he was a peacekeeper.
Yeah.
The guy that's telling you not to take your drink outside.
Yeah, well, no, you were allowed he was allowed to drink. But he just, everyone knew him. Do you know when they all get pictures with him and stuff? And like, that's what brings the atmosphere down. You'll probably know the club, but I don't want to mention it.
Like a little club hype man.
Yeah, it was. But at the beginning of the night, he used to come round and he'd made all the doorman sandwiches. Like, ham and cheese today, lads. And everyone like, fucking what? Because a lot of the time, this club we started at, until like 10:30 we started. So a lot of us had been at places since like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We've been on cocktail bars.
Like...
Yeah, you'd be on like a cocktail bar and something till, say, 10.
Yeah.
And then you'd go to a nightclub at 10:30 and you'd finish at like 3-ish.
Right.
Yeah. So you'd be starving. He'd be like, I've got your sandwiches. And you just see a load of door lads just smashing these ham and cheese in. And
Do you get a break on when you're on the doors?
It depends. You do, but it's down to your discretion. You just rotate out with lads, don't you?
Yeah. I mean,
right, okay. So it's
I
not
worked
like
a lot of the places. I don't know if it was when you was doing it. A lot of places went down to single man crews, which is horrible.
Oh.
I've worked some nightcllubs where I think again, I was young, naive, and I liked to be the doorman.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind. I look back now and I'm like, one of the places was like, I couldn't tell you the head count. I think it was maximum could have held was 150.
Yeah.
Obviously you had your clickers in and out and stuff. But I'd be running a club and it'd be like 97 people in and by myself on the front door. And you think, if anything kicks off in there, it's just me.
Yeah.
You only need one person.
100 men, that's one big gorilla, mate.
You saw him coming at you and you'd be like,
Yeah, it's not single man doors to save money. And I'm like, this club's turning over tens of thousands a night, maybe even hundreds of thousands, and they can't pay for one extra doorman.
You find that.
That's true.
You find that. Especially back in the day, you do find.
I think it's changed again now. I think obviously new regulations will have come in and stuff. But
Too much stuff going on. Everyone's carrying flipping knives.
Oh,
man.
Everyone is nowadays.
Absolutely. I used to be the doorman on the back as well. Like smoking area.
Yeah.
I had a good time. Banter with everyone.
Yeah, they're like, that's like the place to be, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Because you get some doormen, like, they just want to, like, they've got the preference, and I just didn't care where I work. And I just like being out, working in the venue and stuff like that. But some people are good at the front door and stuff like that, and they all got the areas that like to work. I didn't mind working the back door. So just don't let anyone through the back in the smoking area. I used to have some right laughs with people.
Yeah.
You go, oh, you're all right, you, for a doorman. I'm like, oh, cheers.
I'm actually a nice guy.
Think about like, what
Took it personal.
Yeah.
It used to be back in the day like a bit of a hierarchical thing. So the guys who were the most senior and like been on the doors the longest, they was the front door.
Yeah,
usually.
absolutely.
Before, people talking about
they was usually
back
the
in the
front
day.
door. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? There's a reason Dorman got a stupid name, because there were some dickheads out there. There really was. But my idea, I treat everybody as if it was my mum and dad.
Yeah.
And then if it needed escalating after that, then that would. But everyone who came in, I treat as if it was my mum and dad, and then 99% of the time worked out.
Yeah. Have you had any bad experience with doorman?
No.
Yeah, good.
No.
You want
No, actually, I haven't. No.
Yeah.
You want old enough, or you still get ID'd now?
Yeah, I got ID'd. I got stopped.
For what?
It's young lad. A place in Leeds, right, with missus and that. He was stood on the door, little kid. You can tell he's just got his license, and he goes, "No." So it's just no. And they're like, "What?" They're like, "No, we can't come in." They're like, why? He goes, you've got ID? Like, no. And I'm like looking at him like this, like, no. And he was just like, you're not coming in. And do you know what? I was that way out. I was like, right, fine. I was like, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not gonna. It was just a weird like situation. I think he would just like want to have a little exchange or whatever it was. But I was like, I'm not playing your little game. I'm not. I'm done.
On to the next one.
Yeah, so I was like, no, thank you. And I just walked off and went, come on, we're going somewhere else. Like,
I'd love someone to start to me now. You got an ID? No. Off you go. Oh, I'll have to go home then.
Yeah,
didn't want to be out anyway, to be honest. Sorry, lads, I'm off.
I'm covered in too many tattoos to get out.
He's there like that going, yeah, go on, give me some. And he's like, yeah, I'm going. Oh, I know.
Don't deflate.
Give me.
Yeah, it's... But then, obviously going into close protection, so kind of leave this one. We'll talk quite a bit about it, but this one, the floor is your sort of thing, because there will be, fully appreciate there's areas that we don't want to discuss.
Yeah.
So obviously talk us through it. What got you into it? Is it because it's the next step?
It was one of those things, yeah. It was like, I've been doing security for so long, and I'm like, I just want a bit more.
Yeah.
And you'll appreciate this. I've had people telling me, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I've done it 10 times.
And I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Sometimes I say this to you. We send each other Instagram reels all the time. I'm like, tell me, the only reason I'm going to fail is if I quit. And I won't fucking quit. Like my bodybuilding shows. How many times do I say, when I'm about to do a prep, it goes on Facebook. Because I'm not walking into a room and someone going to me, oh, you've dropped out. I will never fucking. You'll never ever have anything over me. Watch me fucking succeed.
Absolutely. I think it was a reel with Dana White, like saying, "Yeah,
I know which one you're at. 100%.
Yeah, it was just like, keep telling me,
yeah,
keep telling me I can't do it.
I think he's getting into it. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yes.
All my life, I've people like doubting me, underestimating me, just like, yeah, you can't do this. What you're going to do that? You're doing that. And I'm one of those people again who just, when I used to do like. Used to be an ops manager and stuff like that with the previous company, and now I used to be like, go to meetings, but I didn't say anything. Just take it all in.
Yeah.
So when someone's talking, I'm fortunate to be having some very influential people in my life who know about business, who know about stuff. Ian taught me everything I know about business. Listening to him talk about business and how he conducts himself. He's an old school businessman, and that's his business model, and it works.
Yeah.
He's very successful in what he does. He grows businesses, he makes money, and he does it like old school ways, like taking your client out, talking to him, and a face to face with your client. So I've taken all these things from these people, all different stuff, listening to them all, and then I thought, right, if I'm going to do this, let's do it right.
Yes.
And I've used all these techniques, skills that I've learned along the way. I had a really good teacher in close protection, Dibs. He taught me everything. He's been in the industry, ex-military. He were attached to the special forces, doing different stuff. He's an Irish Ranger. He's well decorated, and his colleague Jimmy, ex-SAS. I was fortunate to be trained by these people.
Yeah.
So getting with the qualification that I was learning and doing it with these sort of people and taking all the stuff that I've learned over the years, I put it all together and it all made sense. And I was like, right, let's do it. Let's go for it. And then I went through all the training, very successful at it. We did a thing called surveillance, right? So we have a target to follow. So then a target would come, we get briefed. This is his picture. It's what he looks like. You got to follow him around Leeds City Centre. So that's a bit part of your training. So we had a day of following this guy. I had my little backpack with all my
comes with him all the time.
I had
Pokemon one.
Yeah, so like disguises, we'll say. I had like different outfits to change in and stuff like that, and I would follow him around, and then everyone in my class kept getting pinged, so I get spotted. He goes, because at the end of it, we all came into the classroom, and he's like, right. He looked at us all and goes, I saw you. I didn't see you, and inside I was like, I'm like, I'm feeling this. Yeah, I'm feeling this. But that was a thing to say. This is the right thing for you doing. You're doing something right. This is going well for you. Keep going. So I did all my qualification, did it, sat on it a bit, looked around in the industry, see what I could do, and then the Leeds United contract came across, and then they asked, "Could you do it?" And I was like, "Yeah," and then I just rolled with and just like that. But all my life, I've had people like doubting me, going, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." And the more they said it, I was like, "Not so." I'll do it for myself, but also to prove a point. In life, you shouldn't be telling people they can't do something, and that's insecure people saying because they don't have the balls to do it themselves.
100%.
This is what we said, didn't we?
Do you know what I get told a lot sometimes, which pisses me off? Is slow down. You're doing too much.
Shut up. The only person I listen to, the only person who will ever be able to tell me this is my mum. And she apologises for it afterwards, bless her. She goes, don't do too much.
Yeah.
My mum does, because just make sure you have a break, and that is fine.
She will always tell me where the speed cameras are. Like those little things. She'll ring me, I've just seen the speed camera in the phone. But everyone says, and not to be a dick, everyone's got their own abilities. It's like, I wouldn't go up to someone who's a runner and go, don't run too far. We've all got our own abilities.
Do you know what I mean?
And do you know what? Sometimes I might need grounding, but I've got people like yourself around me who will check in on me.
Yeah, 100%. Whereas, if I know I'm not capable of something, I won't take it on.
Slow down. It's usually coming from the people who work 40-hour weeks, right? And if that's your goal in life, I have no problems with it, and I will support everything you want. And if you want, but don't tell me to slow down.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've had people that don't even have jobs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do not come to me.
There's no way you can manage all those businesses. Well, I'm going to take on another one then.
Yeah,
well, you've got some free time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like with you guys, you get a sense of satisfaction, don't you? Like when you accomplish something, like I got this.
I'm not doing anything for free, right? Well, no. I will do things for free for friends, obviously. And I'm not going to sit there and say. I guess the point I'm trying to get across is, if someone said to me, "Oh, do it for free," well, no, because obviously I want the financial benefit that comes with it. But that's not my driving factor.
No.
Making something a success is, and a success is measured in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
So my coaching is a success because I'm able to help so many people. Yeah. This podcast is a success already on the second episode because we've had people reach out. I've had people say, it's nice to see people who've come from your background to talk about it.
Do you know what? So, people relating as well. That's huge.
That's a success.
I was like, we've done the right thing.
Like, we're working on something at the minute, aren't we? Yeah. And like, I've known you, 2 years now? And we've collabed on this thing. We've put this idea together. We don't want to give too much away, but and we sat and had a meeting on Sunday night. We'd been for a JH walk. Our day had been busy as hell. We should have been chilling on Sunday night. We went and had a meeting. We smashed some ideas out, and he showed me this final design, mate. And I was like, "Fuck me, you've done it again." And it's like, we've been able to work together to get that point. And you've been able to get. And I'm like, that's a success. Yeah, like absolutely. These ideas came to this.
Just add each factor that we excelled in.
Yeah,
and it just
that's the success factor. Like,
and it was a quick turnaround as well. I was like impressed with
very
it.
quick.
Like, we smashed it.
But I think if you enjoy it, you can. And it's the same as seeing you pull up in that car.
Absolutely.
Like, man. As soon as I seen it, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, we've known each other 2 years. Everything's getting better and better for you. And then seeing you pull up when you came to see me at the gym on Thursday, like I put a picture up, didn't I? I put on status, like two good friends. To some people, it's just a car in a building. To us, it's like, fucking yes.
Absolutely. And you've got to have a good support system, and you've got to have people around you that are succeeding as well, because they rub, like how you two were saying then, spare time, but we're going to shoot ideas to each other, and then boom, it clicks, and then you go with it. You've got to keep people around you like that.
You have to.
You keep negative people, you just slows your progress down.
Yeah. Do you know those people have got to be two things though, and like, if you're doing something wrong or shit, they need to be able to comfortably tell you as well. Yeah. Like, you're taking it in the wrong direction. You're doing this wrong. That's what we need.
It's like that saying as well, and it's like, you hang around with 2 millionaires, you'll come third.
Yeah. Hang around with two alkies, you're the third alky.
Yeah.
And it is true. That is true.
Absolutely.
100%. So, and then obviously, where is Close Protection at currently?
We're expanding, so we've got our own. If everyone looks up there, GK, look at that.
Whilst we're on it, what is the Instagram page? Where's the best place to see?
So we've got two. We've got the travel side where you get your close protection. Remember, guys, we're not a chauffeur company. We're a close protection company. We specialise in looking after clients on a one-to-one basis. We happen to have nice vehicles that we use to transport people around.
Yes.
So we've got the travel side. So we'll facilitate your travel needs, like private jets, helicopters, we can charter anything like that, and then we've got the lineup of vehicles, or we can transport you to meetings, holidays, you name it, we do it. So the travel one is for all that nice stuff, and then the other, the GK VIP Instagram is just we're putting everything on there. We're currently building it and putting stuff on. I've become a content creator with this new business, and it's driving me insane. It's so hard. So just bear with me. It's getting done. The website is done now. Whatever you type in, so if you put in GK VIP travel, that'll take you straight to the GK VIP main website where you can book our close protection drivers that to drive you around in the vehicles. If you have a preference of a vehicle you would like, then just drop us a message and say, I would like to have that one, if it's available at the time. But we facilitate all your needs, really.
Talk me through that. So if I was to ring you and say, I'm in Hull, and I'm going to my helicopter in Leeds, Bradford.
Right.
How does that look? Do you come to my house?
So
it's the full thing.
The full thing. Because remember, if you can afford this, there's clearly like there's some sort of aspect of your life where you feel like you need protection. So
100%.
and we're not.
Some people really do.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
and it can be espionage within businesses. It can be exes. It can be business partners. It could be anyone just not having a liking. And if you go to a high net worth people, it could be a stalker. It could be like anyone. Anyone that wants to like put harm on you. We're there to lower that risk. So we will come pick you up from your house, transfer you straight to the airport or to the helipad, and then the helipad will take you down with someone with you. And then when you land, there'll be
someone's with you there as well.
Yeah, we can send.
Oh, that's class.
And then when you land, they'll get off, and then there'll be a team waiting for you there. We do the full 9 yards. So even when you go shopping,
that's class.
Within CP, so you can have your one-to-one bodyguard. And then you can have your outer team. So your outer team would be either in plain clothes or not. So like covert, overt. So your covert side could be you got your one-on-one bodyguard with you at all times, walking with you, and then in plain clothes could be 4 more. And you won't even know they're there. Right. That's how good they are. You won't even know they're there. They'll be just cruising around on the phone, just acting normal. But you have that outer protection. So before they would even get to the bodyguard and the client, the outer team would have already stopped them from doing something.
Smart,
so a lot of clients have that down in London because with the knife crime and shopping, I want to go buy a Rolex. I want a team. Or so what some people do is send us to go get the Rolex and get it all for them, because what you have is organised crime in London, watching who goes in what and comes out with what. Now we can go in, get your item, packed it, Range Rover pulls up, boom, in, drive, off. And our like my employees, a lot are ex-military and ex-police. Like sergeants and stuff and special
very experienced people.
Some really high up special operations in police.
I think it's cool because I think a lot of, I mean, you see travel companies, don't you? You can hire travel companies. It's just a travel.
Yes. Usually an old man ex-bus driver.
Absolutely.
It's not like, it's understanding that the luxury that comes with this, and yes, it's nice, but you're not paying for the luxury. This is something that just comes with close protection of it all.
This is literally the safety of it.
Yes.
It's not the show of it.
And people don't realise, you know what goes on in the background is so much happens that you don't see because people like Jason and his team have prevented.
Yeah.
It's massive and people don't realise.
Do you know how we refer to that? It's like a duck on water. So you see the duck, it's like floating, and the little legs in the and we're all running around going, making sure, because our job is to facilitate all your needs, but make it look like everything's going fine, even when it's not. So like you're talking about the chauffeur driver. Yeah, the chauffeur's like, well, drive, drop you off outside, see you later, here's your bags, and then bugger off. Yeah. You're going there, you're walking to your doorway to your hotel, and there's some people there looking at you thinking, I'm going to take that purse, I'm going to run for that.
If you're going to get out a car like that,
especially in London or anywhere else. Like, so what we do, we'll pull up, you get your driver, very experienced driver, good operative, pulls up, scans the area. Right, clearly there's a bit of a thing there, carries on going, tells the clients in the back, we're just going to go use the side door around the back, get on the blower to the hotel saying, I got my client, I'm coming through, don't want to come through the front door, we'll come through the side. It's those little things. Get your bags, take you up to your room, make sure you're all settled, wait outside for 10 minutes to make sure there's no other problems, and then go.
All whilst the client's sat in the back of the vehicle and he's just going into the hotel. They don't know all this is happening. You've made these conversations.
Because you're making them feel so safe.
This comes from understanding that it comes from experience. It comes from the real world of experience of understanding that doesn't look correct. Let's go to the next thing. And understanding what that next thing is. There's so much planning that goes into it. And it's so interesting.
That is real interesting.
It is. It's that level of care that what you don't know you need until you have it, and you have it. And you're like, oh, I can get used to this. I understand why people do this, but we can do it in all different aspects. So you can have your big lads that you want to make a statement. We've got some big lads who'll make a statement. We've got you don't want to make a statement. You want to go shopping or go somewhere without drawing attention to yourself. We've got some small lads. We've got some very capable small lads where you won't even know they're operatives. Where they'll be with you at all times, plain clothes, just cruising around, eyes on you all the time when you're shopping. And also just can carry your bags if needed, or if you need something, from the shop, they're there.
People hire people to carry the bag.
But you got to remember these bags they might have 10 grand worth of stuff in it.
I'm not thinking
also
of it like
there's a big thing in the industry like security nannies as well, like females and I've touched on this, like want more females in the industry because there's a big cry out for having females with families and looking after your kids. So say like you're a high net worth person and you want your family, your wife and kids to go out shopping, but you don't want to send them with a big man or whatever. You just want to keep it low key, and a female has an understanding for families a lot better than a man would have. So you send a female close protection with them in plain clothes just to look after them, to be a part of the family, and then you keep an eye on the kids, keep an eye on the mum and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's class.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. And I also do luxury safes, and I do any sort of alarm system and camera system, high tech, low tech. Yeah,
luxury safe.
Yeah. So your luxury safes are all rated. So your insurance company say, yeah, you can have one, but it's got to be rated. So it'll be rated up to £10,000 cash and 100 grand in jewellery. You can put that in.
Right, okay.
And then you're covered for your insurance. A lot of safes these days don't do that, but we do. Right. So you've got something. So if someone actually takes the whole safe out of your house, it can happen. But or get into it at like knife point, gun point, like you open your safe and you get it out and you're going to be covered in some sort of aspect.
Right, okay. That's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah.
Well, did you want to talk about the vehicles?
Oh,
got on the roster because I'm impressed.
The Range Rover Autobiography is a lovely, lovely vehicle to be in. And I'm not just saying that; it's nice to drive as well. Yeah, it's got a chauffeur mode where you press it and the seats all collapse down and stuff like that, and give you more leg room and things. It's got reclining seats. Yeah, and then the custom Maybach is built. That's a showstopper. That's got the TV, sound system, everything you need. Like Netflix, chill. The clients love that for long distance. So like they're going to like
it's comfy. Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
We say it's comfy because we've just spent 10 minutes looking in it and wow.
Well, I should have been a better host and been like, so the massage button is here, the heated and cooled seats are here, and stuff like that.
So good.
Yeah, it's luxury on wheels. Everyone loves riding around in it. It's a really good vehicle to have, and we're looking at new vehicles, some really, really stunning things. Some so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah,
good.
But yeah, the vehicles are a good addition to our company.
Yeah. So how long's GK been running now?
We've been running about 4 months now, and it's been on word of mouth, and we've been doing really well and using existing clients. We go live, I think, after this podcast, to be fair, to the general public. So you can book us if you've got we're not fussed on our clients. Like if you're getting in touch with us, it's for a reason. So we'll be there. Mm-hmm. So if the quotation and the money is right and you want our help, we're happy to help. Yeah. And we've got a budget for everyone. So if you are in need of anything, we're there to facilitate.
That's good. You cater for everyone and not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is for everyone. Yeah, everyone who needs it.
And then businesses and future opportunities. So what's in the pipeline? Don't do what we did and just like say everything, because we know you're a businessman. We know where you're going to go. But
I've got some stuff up my sleeve. I've got a few other businesses that I'm looking into within the industry and out the industry, and some fun opportunities to do some other stuff, and something special to do within the sporting industry as well.
Okay.
So so I'm just working on those at the minute.
Nice.
As you boys find, when you start something and it's going well, and you think, right, what's next? What's next? You just want to grow, don't you?
We were saying the other day, we were saying like, it's mad how like you get opportunities and then all of a sudden more opportunities are coming, and it's like,
That's, when do I stop? When do I
start first?
That's one of the biggest things you learn in business, is the hardest opportunity to get is the first one.
Yeah.
And then when you make the most of it, more and more come up.
Yeah, you have to give it your all from day one.
Yeah,
I was just speaking to a girl yesterday about something she was like, I'm really inspired by everything you do, and she's told me what she'd like to do. Was talking about it in the car one way.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, go and prove to yourself that you are able to do it, because I know you can. And if what you need from me is just a financial investment, but that's the minimum I can give you.
Yeah,
absolutely, because the passion she was showing through it, I was like, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. I genuinely believe if you are passionate enough about it, it will work out.
Absolutely.
It will.
Conversation I had with Charlie this week, when something happening with Charlie and her career at the moment, and I just said, she's just very, but like, as everyone does when you're starting a business, and it's like, you think of all the negatives and stuff like that, man, I was like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, we can make it work, just do it.
Yeah, if you're going into it for money, it doesn't happen.
No.
Money is a byproduct.
Yeah.
It really is a byproduct of your passion, it should be.
Yeah.
It's the same as, you can give loads of examples, can't you? But for me, like I always say to the coaching team, don't focus on that stupid number on the scale. Put all that focus on the work you're meant to be doing. And this is a byproduct that will change. Yeah. And that's the same as business. Thoroughly enjoy what you're doing. Like you're passionate about it. When you're passionate about it, the numbers will come in, and actually you don't even give them the weight or the importance they need.
Yeah.
You don't. You're like, right, okay, that bill's paid, that's that. But I thoroughly love doing this, and that's when we said, and we touched on it in the first episode, late nights aren't late nights anymore.
No.
When you're doing it, and you're like, I mean, was it last night or the night before? I rang you on WhatsApp. I was in my office and was just 40 minutes. Just talking about stuff. Yeah, do this. Now about 11 o'clock, we got off the phone. I was like, we should go to bed.
Yeah, I was
go
like,
to bed now.
I should probably stop.
The fact that you two can bounce this off each other, honestly, that's such a good. Very hard to find people that's on your wavelength to then have these conversations.
Yeah,
with,
it is.
To then it makes sense to you two.
Yeah,
and you get each other.
I think it's understanding that each person you are with can bring something else to you.
Yeah.
So like, nobody feels like they're better than anyone else, more successful than anyone else. It's like, he's very good at that. He's very good at that.
Yeah.
Like knowing that, like, I'll be like, I'll ask Harley. I'll ring Harley. I can ring him at any point. I'm like, I rang him the other day actually, and do you know when you ring someone and put it down as the answer?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd done that, but he wanted to use his voicemail. So I rang him again and he didn't answer again. I'm like, no, just like a psycho. So I rang him twice. He's not
like
answered.
a jealous girlfriend. Like, why are you not answering?
Everything all right, mate?
I was like, did you just answer it? And I put it down. He went, no. I was like, I've just rang him, look like a psychopath.
Why are you not answering the phone?
Or touching on that one, you've not done it actually, but the worst is when you ring somebody. Yeah. Oh, sorry, they've just rang you, and you go, oh shit, I missed that, and you ring them back, and they don't answer. What the fuck have you just done in that 5 seconds?
I hate that.
And you're like,
I hate that.
You literally must have put the phone down, gone like that, and I've rang you. What have you done? Sprinted away from your phone?
He's
not ringing me back.
You know what he's doing? He's sat there going, yeah, I'm gonna let him cook for a minute.
Yeah, take his time.
Exactly.
Want to do that? I'll just keep ringing you.
Yeah.
Bitch me again. Hello.
Just keep ringing him like random times for the day.
Keep ringing.
Yeah.
I am me again. Ring.
I do it to my brother all the time. I'll ring him and he'll answer. Like, right, yeah, okay.
Someone has that voicemail and they're like, hello. Like, you fucking
Done me again. Done me.
Every time.
But you appreciate it though, don't you?
Do you let it get to answer phone though? I don't ring anybody. They get 3 rings out of me now, like your mum used to. When you're home, say
3 rings.
I'll give someone 3 rings, and if they don't answer,
capital give me the cash. You've got 5 rings, and you have to say this.
I'm saying there's 3 rings. You won't remember.
This is why he's saying it because
the reason you did it is because if anything more than that back in the day, it used to charge you. So if they answered, obviously, when you used to have to get credit on your phone, did you used to get credit on your phone?
Yeah, I used to have pay as you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's
never been in the area where you had to type your ringtone in.
Yeah, God.
You've never been. Have you polyphonic ringtones?
Do you ever remember a green screen on your phone?
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, okay, look at me about
He's never been there.
No, have you? I'm like, no.
You used to have to type your ringtone into your phone.
Yeah. My first phone was an iPhone.
Oh.
Imagine.
What game did you have on your phone?
My first ever phone was a Nokia 7210.
Yeah.
And it was like a greeny, turquoisey green. It was shining. You used to have to plug the camera into the bottom. Yeah. You could take 2 pictures and then it was full.
I remember. The Matrix. Remember the Matrix?
Matrix.
They had that little
Matrix.
sliding
was
phone.
it Matrix Alcatel or something? I know which one you mean.
Yeah.
To be fair though, my dad always it took him years to get a touchscreen. He just had a little Sony Ericsson.
Yeah, I can.
Better phones nowadays, though, is that?
Yeah, better phone, yeah. You see how much they are nowadays?
Better phones.
It's like 60 quid.
If we knew what they was.
Yeah, for like just for a little bed that does absolutely nothing but text and calls, like 60 quid.
Brilliant, aren't they? But yeah, it's going back to the age difference, it's just going to come up more and more now.
Oh, God, yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. It's going to be like, we're going to have to do like a sort of like series of shorts, I think, on the age difference.
Should put an age rating, like the median age of the group. Is median the right name? I don't know. Like, right, these 3 add up to average of 32 years old.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's quick with his comebacks, though.
He's good.
Like, we had a look around in the van, he was like, your seat's there.
I
was like, oh, they killed me.
Only because he got hammered yesterday by Leanne, who runs coaching with me.
Oh, that was quick.
He put in the group and he put, the leg machine's humbling me again, and he sat on it and he sent a video of him, his legs like
legs
this.
are dangling, like this.
What did she reply?
She put, you only sat at the end of the treadmill.
Sat at the end of the treadmill or something. Like,
but she said it like that, and I was like, I'm so impressed, but you...
He put in the group and fair one,
fair right, whatever.
I sent a little meme of a little kid just hanging there with little feet hanging there.
So funny. It was just like real quick. I was like, yeah, good.
But do you find though, the more people like you come across like yourselves in business, like that it gives you more idea, more drive, ideas and drive to do more and more and more.
More opportunities come up and more. Like, I don't mind that. I like that. Like,
end up doing things you never even thought you'd do.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
and you're actually enjoying it.
Well, this thing I was talking about that last I was speaking to yesterday.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. It's something I'm not even interested in by any means. But seeing her passion, I was like, I'd love to get involved in that with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely love to get involved. Like seeing the passion you have. And I'm sat there, I'm like,
I'm convinced.
I don't even know if it'll be good or bad, but like seeing her passion, I'm like, it'll become good eventually. It really will.
I could tell you two, like you're always like anything you're given, like you'll do it to 100%. Like go just clean this area out. Boom, it's spotless. Like you put the 100, like I'll go to the next level too.
Yeah, and that's like I said about the podcast, isn't it? The podcast was like just our chance to bring people like yourself on and have a real good laugh and have a good chat and hopefully expand everyone's network and get like people on. And we, as we said at the beginning, we are going to be very, very, we're fortunate that we've got, I reckon honestly, we've had 60 people in total now say, if you'd need me, I'd come on. Yeah. And we've whittled it down to like next, maybe 15 or 20.
Yeah.
And then we are sitting down and strategically saying, maybe not at that point yet. Maybe too far on.
Trying to layer it right.
We just want to make sure it's the right people who are going to click with us.
Yeah,
really
I get that. Like, this is my first podcast, and my first, I've relaxed sort of like towards the end. And I'm like, all right, I get why you do it because it is fun.
It is fun.
You see it, listen to it. It is. It is really fun to do. Good. It is really fun.
So, if there's nothing else, I think we wrap it up there, mate. Have we touched on everything? Hannah, we'll finish part 6. Anybody who doesn't realise, we type up a little bit of an idea session on here. Life lessons. Give me 2 big life lessons, a positive and a negative. Let's start with the negative. We always like to finish on the positive.
Negative.
Is there any point, like, so for me, like we touch on, anything that's made you crash in life where you really questioned everything you're doing?
Listening to other people put self-doubt in you, and then you're there thinking, I'm not cut out for this, I'm not going to do this. And then actually listening to and letting their opinion become real and within yourself. So you're like there going, I'm everything they're saying you are, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Yeah, no,
you really shouldn't. So stop listening to other people, basically, and just do you. Just do you. If you've got the passion, you're committed. Do you?
Have you ever had anybody who you really thought had your back drop it on you?
There's a lot of people. A lot of people in it. A lot of people.
It happens in business. It really does, doesn't it?
A lot. And then there's show the true colours, and you're like, And for me, what I do, I cut them out.
Yes.
I keep the ones that are there to support you and see you succeed, because at the end of the day, I bring them up with me. They're coming with me. Like you build the tight team around you, and then you can accomplish a lot more. You know what I mean? So
if I make it, they make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
because they've brought something. They have supported it some way or factor with that.
It's the people that just take that you need to cut yourself off from.
Do you find because I don't know if I spoke to you about it the other day or someone else, but I find once you have, you're getting, people are realising you're doing well.
Yeah.
They just take the piss.
Yeah.
They just really, can I borrow this? Can I do this? Can I do it? I'm like, I'm not like fucking Barclays.
Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
Is it also you guys talking about like arrogance, like when you're talking about what you're doing, people go, "Oh, that's arrogant. You're talking about it like that." So no, I'm just talking about like, I've come from this, doing this, to now I'm hit this point. And for me, it's unreal for me because I've been jetted out to Dubai to work with a client and stuff like that. I've been in Lambos, Mercedes Bravas. I've been in some really nice vehicles looking after people, and been in some really nice restaurants and really nice clubs in Dubai. And I'm there thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even doing this. Can't believe I'm even here.
You sit down for a minute, don't you? And you think,
but
wow.
You remember you've worked hard for that.
Yes.
So don't ever, you try not to lose track of it. But you find that a lot of people just, it's weird.
They don't understand, do they?
And you talk about it and you're just like, I'm excited to talk about it. I'm going to share the experience. If it's not me bragging, it's like, I've just done this, like this and this. And they go, oh, what are you talking about? For why you bragging
why have I say it like
it's
that?
It's got some significance in that person's life, so listen to it.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to listen to it, then if it's fun, it's not your sort of interest, that's fine. But if you care about that person like you pretend you do, and if you really do care about that person, you should be able to listen to anything they say, because it's like, I've got no interest in that, but seeing that your joy and your passion, and my wife doesn't care one bit about bodybuilding, but she knows how invested I am in it, so she will sit and listen. I watch a podcast with the bodybuilders on, I talk about it all the time, and like she'll watch it and she's like, oh, and I'll be like, oh, and she's like, yeah, that's so-and-so, innit? And like she remembers this. She doesn't care, but she remembers it because I do.
Yeah, my wife's like that as well. She's like, when it's key. But again, it's keeping certain individuals like yourselves around you to make yourself work harder and succeed. Matt, who's the operations manager for Leeds United for the first team, he works his arse off. He's on call for everything. He facilitates their rehousing, their cars, their bank accounts. He does everything for the players.
Yeah, which is a little job. So
it's not a little job, but seeing him, how much he's investing in his job and how hard he works. Yeah. And then same for everyone at the Leeds club, everyone, all the backroom staff, everyone, when you see them work, it inspires you to be that much better. Mm-hmm. You want to be professional like them. Yeah. You know, that's down to the physios, the doctors, the strength and conditioning coaches, every little aspect of that club. And the people that work in it, like media, everyone, they work. And what everyone doesn't realise, the sacrifices that they do. Mm-hmm. Like, we're all away from our families. We're never, we're always not showing up for birthdays and special occasions. We're always working. And having those people next to you while you're doing the job just pushes you even more. Yeah. And you want to accomplish more.
Yeah. Positive. One of the most influential positives in your life?
I say my mum played a very positive thing, a role in my life to make me be more resilient to stuff. The fact that she raised 3 kids on her own and just kept us out of harm's way. I think that for her, she's up there. And my dad as well. My dad did a lot. He was in and out of our lives, but he played. I went into security after him. I did played a lot of rugby because of him and stuff like that. And these are the people, the parents. For some people and not for some people, are the how do you put it?
Key thing.
Yeah, the role models that you need to build you as a character, to say that I want to be like them, and you're not to be fully like them, but to take things from them to turn yourself.
You can take a couple of things from them, can't you? Yeah. Like my mum. I mean, you said to her, didn't you? But I almost met Harley twice now. It's like the second time she went. He said, she came up and gave me a cuddle. I was like, she's the most caring woman ever. Yeah. My daddy's the most resilient guy ever. And it's like, you take those attributes of him. My mum says it all the time. You'll see it on our statuses and our podcast and stuff. She always says, I don't know where you get it from. I'm like, fucking you two. You might not believe it, but I'm taking the best of you two, and that's where I got it from.
My dad passed away last year, and then when we were at his funeral, the amount of people that was there, it was just incredible. Yeah. It packed the whole place all the way out to the doors. But everyone came to pay respect, and everyone had a really good word to say about him in the rugby.
You feel honoured in them moments, don't you? And it's like,
he
was a good guy.
Yeah, and we didn't have a great relationship. Seeing him now and again, on and off at weekends and stuff like that. And as you get older, you do, and you get busy, and you can't see people as much as you can. But to think that you can be like have some of their traits and be like them and see stuff like that. Yeah. I think I would like that. I want reputation is everything, and I feel like. Just be a nice person, be a positive, nice person, and just more goodness you put out there, the more goodness will come back.
100%. Perfect. Right. Really appreciate you coming on, mate.
No, thank you. Class. Yeah, thank you. So I apologise for waffling on.
No, mate, it's been good. That's been class.
Sorry for my Yorkshire accent.
Thoroughly enjoyed listening to you. I know a lot of people take that away, and I know you're a busy man, so we appreciate your time.
No, thank you both for having me.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.